Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I am the Average Doomsday Prepping Dude. This is the next video in my Beretta 92 do-it-yourself series. Today's video is going to be on the Sear assembly in your pistol, which comprises of the Sear, the pin, and the Sear spring. The process to take it apart is quite simple. To put it back together, on the other hand, is a little bit more difficult. You will need some tools. You're going to need a 5/64" either a hex screwdriver or a 5/64" punch, as well as a hammer. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my 5/64" hex screwdriver and push it through this way. The reason why I want to push it through from this side out is because the Sear spring is actually right there. The pressure's more on this side. Once you get it out, the pin will actually just come out from that side. I'm going to put it in my parts bin. So now my hex screwdriver is being retained by the pressure of the Sear spring. So I'm going to want to put my finger over that so it doesn't shoot out, and just slowly remove this. You're going to hear it kind of come out, and then lean it forward, and then the Sear will fall freely, as well as the Sear spring. So you have three components here. You have your Sear spring, your Sear, and your pin. So once you have the Sear assembly fully disassembled, you're going to want to put it back into this cutout here, the Sear facing down. This is the part that engages the hammer. You want that facing away from you, and you want to have the spring oriented like so. So again, the spring wants to look like this. So facing down will look like that. Okay. So what I do is I just slide it from the bottom, it'll kind of click in place there. I'm going to take my hex screwdriver, put it in from my left side to engage the Sear. By doing so, I can now have it engaged and both my hands are free. You want both of your hands free because getting this little spring in is a real pain in the butt. So I'm going to push this back or pull it out so that way it's clear of this little crevice right in here. You don't want it in there because that's where the spring is going to be. Spring, again, the orientation is going to be faced down in like that. So you want to actually get the hole a little bit higher than the pinhole, because otherwise it's going to be jamming into the Sear like that, and so it's easier to pull it towards you than it is to push it away from you. So let's kind of just get that in there. Oops. There we go. Okay. All right. So I'm going to use my pin or my punch because the head has a little bit of taper on it, instead of using my actual pin, because this is not tapered. This is actually a little bit thinner. I don't know if you can see it on camera. So this gives me a little more wiggle room, literally wiggle room, to get it into the spring hole. So I'm going to push down, get this in, and now my spring is engaged. Now I have it engaged on both. This is engaged the Sear, and this is engaged the Sear and the spring, so I can push in a little bit more, and now this can come out. Now what you're going to want to do is take your Sear pin, come in from your left side, which is the pistol's right side, and you're going to want to push it in, but make sure it's touching the punch. You don't want any separation, because once it gets to your spring here, if you don't, the spring's just going to fly out or fall out, one of the two. So let's see if I can do that on camera. I'm going to spin it around because I'm right-handed. Kind of just push this in, push and push this and Gotta really knock it. I can feel, when you do this enough times, you can feel when the spring is still engaged and when it's not. Okay, let's see. Still engaged. Okay, I just pushed it with my middle finger as I'm holding it up. And then just punch this in. A little bit like so. Let's test. Cleaner. I have a fully functional pistol again. So that's how you remove and put back together the Sear assembly. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. I have a couple more videos left to do on this. I have the firing pin block, firing pin, and extractor, and then I've done a complete do-it-yourself video on your Beretta 92 pistol. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.